Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sallystampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you my gift bag handbag. It is what it says. Again, a project that I made quite some years ago, but a smaller version. And I quite like this one, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to have another little play and see if I can recreate it, but a bit bigger. You do need 2 sheets of A4 for it. Maybe even a bit more actually, thinking about it, because of the handles, but I do really like it, and it's a good size. You can get some decent sized goodies in there. I mean, I can get my hand, you know, through the gap there, so you've got enough space to fit stuff in. Cute little tag that you can add your little message to the back, or you could pop a card inside. But yeah, I think it's really cute and I really like it. Gorgeous grape, colour I've not used. I'm trying to get to the colours that I don't use very often, so gorgeous grape is one of them. And so I'm using Bermuda Bay for this one today, which I love. Nice bright colours. So for the actual box part, so this part of the bag, you're going to need a piece of A4 basically that's just trimmed down to 11 by 8, so it is just a smidge off each side, 28 by 20 centimetres, and you're simply going to score all of your sides at 3 inches, 7.5 centimetres. So all the way around, and again, although it looks different, it is very much the same as a basic box base. It's just got higher sides and a narrower base, if you like. So fold and burnish those. And then again, you're just gonna, which way around did I have those? Right, so I'm going to cut the tabs from the short side. So you go down the narrow part. Remember to cut those wedges. And then I'm going to cut this right down so that I've just got a narrow tab there. I'm going to repeat that now on all 4 sides. So get those wedges in. And then cut this right down. Okay, and then we're just going to repeat the same this side. And the reason I have done it this way, I shall explain. Because you could say, well, just cut it that way so that the tabs fold inwards. And I will explain why I'm not doing that in just a moment. So cut this down. Last one. Okay, so get rid of this. So the reason I have done it this way is because the tabs will then sit on the narrow side here, so that when you put your goodies in, you won't then catch the tabs. If I have done it the other way, the tabs would have been against this side, so when you're putting goodies in, you're more likely to catch them. So I've done it this way so that you don't do that, basically. So let's bring that piece of scrap in, because I'm so rubbish. And then adhesive on these long panels here. And then we'll simply pop it together with the pegs. Long pegs, standard size pegs could be used for this actually, because you get some length to it then. But this way is just as fine. That one there. And then the last one on this side. Let's make sure those bottom parts are adhered. Right, that's that part done. Now to make the sides. So 2 pieces of cardstock that are 6 by 5, 15 by 13 centimetres. Now you're going to laugh at me again here. You'll notice that I rounded the corners here. I don't remember how I did it. I planned this, I prepped this video weeks ago and truly cannot remember. I'm fairly certain I used my heart punch because that's the only way I can do it. If you had a circle punch, it would be fine because you just pop it in. But I'm fairly certain that you've got a long side here, and I'm fairly certain I popped it in and tried to keep the card square, if that makes sense, in the heart, so that when you punch, it will give you that rounded edge. Flip your card over, don't try and be clever and do it that way. That's not, oh crumbs, that's not quite ideal, but I'm really going to struggle to do it this way, I think, because, or maybe not. Oh, that's better. Okay, ignore what I said then, do it whichever way is comfortable for you. Okay, so pop them in round the corners. Well, that's not so bad, I guess. For not having a corner rounder or a circle punch, that actually hasn't worked too bad. So these are the sides then that are literally going to just be adhered to the sides, like so. But they need some decoration. And so I've used this beautiful Painted Poses embossing folder. Really pretty. Not used it a great deal. I've already done one just to save us a little bit of time. So you just need a piece of cardstock, and I'm actually going to round this corner already, I think. Piece of cardstock that is 5 3/4 by 4 3/4, and that will be 4.5 by 12.5 centimetres. I always spritz, it stops the card's fibres stressing and pulling far too much. And then I kind of set this so that my flowers would be near the top. Yes. And then you need your magic plate. So let me just create a little bit of space for my little machine here. So you just need number 1 base plate. Move them. Then you want your embossing folder. Join that goes in first, and then number 4 on the top. And this is for the 3D embossing folders. So we'll run that through. That out of the way, because I'm going to knock them off and make a clatter otherwise. And that is your pretty embossing folder like that. So all we need to do now is stick these on. So we'll obviously do it twice. And then I'm using my Seal Plus, but I am going to be really careful and do it slowly, because it does seem to like to pull when you've embossed. I don't know whether it's the unevenness of the card, but it seems to want to eat the card when you do it. So I just do it nice and slow, and then just a couple of strips down the centre just to hold it all in, because again embossing it has sent it a little bit out of shape. And then this is now just going to layer on top like so. And I mean, obviously you could do this with Christmas, a Christmas embossing folder, and make it into a Christmas bag. Options are endless. Be patient. I'm trying to rush now because I'm mindful that this is boring for you to watch, but I'm trying to be quick because, oh, there we go. A couple of, oh, nearly. Don't eat it. Don't eat it. Thank you. Right, so that's those on. So that's them. And then all you need to do now is bring your box in. I find it easier to put the adhesive on here because it overlaps, the panels overlap otherwise. So if you put it on this way, put it on. I mean, again, if you want to measure, then feel free, but you know I don't do those things. Once you're happy that you've got the measurements the same either side, pop it on your desk or table or whatever and press it down so that you know that this is flush. So I'm going to just pop it over and just press. Try to not, if you're using wet glue, be careful not to move it around too much so it doesn't slide. And then just repeat the opposite side. This one's slightly harder because obviously you have an obscured view now with the other side. But if you just pop it on, and then, as I say, whoops, not quite like that. Oh crumbs, come on now. I'm going to add just a little bit more because that's clearly not playing the game, is it? So instead I'm going to do it this way. I'm just going to put it on and then just very quickly and gently slide it across a fraction. There we go. It's all flat to the desk. Pop it down, press inside. And so that, no it isn't, come on, that's it. It wasn't quite flush to the desk then. So there's the start of your bag. So what you need now is your handle pieces. So you need two pieces that are 1 inch by 11, 2.5 by 28 centimetres. Grab your bone folder and just curl them like so. Okay, now if you want to measure the distance of your handles, again, feel free. I am going to use wet glue on this occasion. So I'm going to just do that one. And then I have these little squares that were to decorate the front, and I'm actually going to use these to also hold this in place. So I'm going to add those two, and these little squares are 1.5 by 1.5, 3.5 by 3.5 centimetres, and the white is 1.25 by 1.25 or 3 by 3. So again, if you want to measure, you know I don't measure, I just eyeball stuff. Although I think I possibly did measure the last one. So I'm going to pop that on. Then I'm popping my square over the top. And then I'm going to grab my, no, I need my big pegs. Where are my big pegs? In the drawer that I can't get to. There they are. Oh, I've already had them out. Come on now. Oh, there they are. Found them. I already have 4 out. So I've used big pegs here to hold it in place. Like so. And then you repeat on the other side. So a bit of adhesive. Gauge where it's going. Grab your square, and as I say, I obviously did this to layer it up ready just to save time, and then this will sit over the top like so. Large peg on the inside there. Oops, that's gone a bit sideways. Now, Mr. Peg, let me move, thank you. And then a little one just to hold that one, and then repeat again. So don't forget to do these bits this time. So pop your handle on, square over the top. Peg on. It's all about the pegs. And then the last side, thankfully, goes on like so. a little square on the top. And that one can hold on to there. There we go. Right, that's all pegged up and done. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so I have Bermuda Bay and Basic White here. So I'm going to stamp my, where is it? Bermuda Bay. And I have the lovely Flowers of Friendship. I really do like this. Life is better with friends like you. I love that sentiment. So Bermuda Bay in the corner like so. And then I have, just remove some of this mess so I can actually get to my stamp and scrub. Get rid of that. And then I just need, should I use the long stamp here and some Coastal Cabana. And I actually just used that one little flower on the edge. And I'm not overly concerned about the over stamping there because it will be chopped off. So just like that. Get rid of that one. This can be trimmed. Like so. And then this one like that. And then I kind of need to measure this. Oh, okay, 3.5 centimetres by 5.5. That suits me. So that will be 4 by 6. Perfect layer. That was better than anything I could have asked for. And then I've got some scrap here and the lovely flower and leaves punch. So I need 4 of the large leaves. 1, 2. I don't think I need that bit either. 3. Will that just do it? Yes. Look at that. Perfect. So I don't need that piece. Get rid of my mess. And then I've actually got these, I don't know what they're called. They will have a name, but they're tweezers to me. Look like a leg or a foot. And a couple of ladies have shown me how to do this, but I just sort of twist into the flower leaf and it just gives it a little bit more dimension. Papercraft Skies, my lovely Kay, was one who initially showed it, and I know that she got it from another lady. But yeah, I love it, and I love it on Kay's cards because they always look just so fabulous. I'd never tried it before, but I thought they'd just look plain flowers if I just stuck them on as they were, so give them a little twist with some tweezers. Okay, and then once you've done that, glue dot in the centre of each one. What are we like for time? Not too bad. Enough time to finish this anyway. So those are my flowers, and then I've got these gorgeous flowers adhesive back trinkets that I love, and again was only because somebody mentioned it in one of their videos that I realised that these 3 here are slightly different colour to those. I thought they were all gold, but they're not. So I'm going to go with, oh, do you know what, I'm going to go with silver. I'm going to be really contrary and use silver on this one. So in the centre of my flowers goes these gorgeous flowers. And then these sit, bring the bag back, take your pegs off, and these will then sit on your squares. Like so. Oh, these glue dots are so strong. And then your final, pop that one on there, your final thing is your little label. So I want to get my little crocodile here, my smallest punch, and just on the centre here, give it a little punch, just a little hole. And then I have some of the Simply Elegant trim, which I think is lovely. So I just need a little bit of that will go through your hole here, round the handle of your bag, dependent on how far you want it to hang or where you want it to go. I mean, I want it actually a bit lower. Tie, this is the fiddly part, tie your knot, unless you want the bow to show, and I'm just going to trim those ends off there, and then just grab another glue dot. Come on, now, that will sit just below your hole punch. Slide your knot around and then adhere it onto that glue dot. I'm going to pop another one on top just to make sure it stays where it should. And then a couple of dimensionals on here, and you stick it over the top like so, and it hides the knot of that ribbon, and it sits, and actually I prefer that one lower down, but there you are. It hides that knot, makes it look pretty, and there they are. I should have done that one a bit longer, but there they are, my gift bag handbag. Hope you like them, hope you find a use for them. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.